Okay, guys, today I'm going to review two home brews that were sent to me by a fellow by the name of Tom. Calls himself on YouTube NewToHomebrew. Two beers from the UK. I find it funny, hilarious, and weird how I can get beer from all over the world, but I can't get it from just a few miles across the border down in the States. Go figure. Anyway, so Tom, thank you for the wonderful note. NewToHomebrew is his channel if you want to check his stuff out. Let's get straight to it. We've got two beers to do here. The first one, okay, the first one is, he calls them, well, it's called the Midas Touch. It's brewed from a Muntins beer kit. Okay, so this is most likely an extract beer. I'm not sure if there's any steeped grains in here or not, but it's looking a little chill hazed right now, which is fine. I've had it in the fridge for a couple of days. Yeah, Tom, the packaging was phenomenal. That's why I don't unpackage these things on camera, because that's an extra 10 minutes of fiddling with knives and tape and stuff. So let's get straight to this. I'm dying to taste this stuff. Tom's very excited about this, I think, too. He's telling me how excited he is because it came all the way, brewed in his kitchen in the UK and sent across the pond. Now here I am sitting in Canada drinking his beer, and he's loving it, and I am too. So I've selected a respectful glass because I don't know what to expect from this, so we're doing a sort of a wine goblet thing here. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Cheers, Tom. Look at this. Okay. Look at the velvety head on that. Oh my. A Muntins beer kit. Midas Touch. Would you look at that? I don't have my monitor on. I can't see what it looks like to you guys, but holy moly. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up Tom's ass. He's going to want my honest opinion on these. Okay? Because I have a habit of going, it's so good, so, you know. But most people, when they send me beers, they're not going to send me something that they don't like, right? They usually get it right, and then they send me some to try. So I don't anticipate this is going to be a bad beer at all. So the head's sticking around quite nicely. It's got about a 1.5 finger head. It's a very meringue style head. I'm not sure if you can tell if that's what it is. Okay. Not a lot of dissipation. You can't hear much from it. I know, I'm the only person on YouTube that listens to their beer. But when you don't hear much happening here, that means there's not a lot of bubbles breaking, which means the head's retaining quite nicely. It's got a... My nose isn't working that well this evening, so I'm not going to rely too much on smell. Plus, that part's boring in review videos, isn't it? The smell part. It's like, come on, get to the taste. Smells like a beer. A nice beer. I don't detect any off flavors at all. Let's give it a whirl. Tom, cheers to you. The moment he's been waiting for. How long should I make him wait? Okay, never mind. Let's do it. Cheers, guys. Jesus, Tom, that's nice. That's a lot more than I expected it to be. When you wrote me the note and said it was a Muntins kit, or a kit, you know, beer kit. Could have been any beer kit, Cooper's, Muntins, whatever. I thought, okay, it's going to taste, you know, like a beer kit. I honestly, would not know that this was an extract beer kit. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but you know, you get to the point where you can kind of tell after a while. I can't tell with this. It has beautiful carbonation. Quite on the high side carbonation. Very, very clean is what I get from this. I can kind of see why he sent this to me. It's very clean. It has that sort of almost a hint of a holiday style beer. I don't know if there's any spices in this. I don't know the recipe for this. It's no beer advocate's going to tell me what's in this one. I get that sort of. It's very clean. There's not any kind of fruity flavors or off flavors or any kind of banana things going on, which, you know, you don't want. If you don't put bananas in your beer, you don't want bananas in your beer, right? Very clean. Relatively bitter. There's not a lot of upfront hops on the top end. It's holding up nice in the glass. It's got a nice half finger cap on it, holding up nicely, and it's actually very, very good beer. It is very enjoyable. I can't find anything wrong with this at all. Somebody who's a beer connoisseur, who's, you know, really into the beer reviewing side of things, they might say it's a slight bit bland. I don't think myself. They might say that, because just judging on what I've seen, I don't think it is. I think it's a very unobtrusive beer. It's very, very sessionable, but it has a nice bottom end flavor. The malt is there. A pleasant hop presence. Beautiful mouthfeel. I give this a huge thumbs up. This is an awesome beer, Tom. Thank you. That's a good one. So I'm going to finish this, and actually I'm going to drink the rest of this while I make my Homebrew Wednesday video. Then I'll come back and I'll do the second beer review. Okay, now we're back with the second beer. I've tried to fake this and make it look like it was shot all in one day. I even put the same clothes on and everything, but I don't think I can get away with that. Stuff's been moved around. It is the next day. So we're doing this the day after. So this is the Donner, and he calls it Donner and Blitzed from a Milestone beer kit, I believe. Milestone? Yeah, I've never heard of that. And again, I don't know what's in these beers, how they're made and that, but let's crack this one open and see what we've... Turn that off so we don't get that blue glow on my side of my face here. So here, let's give this one a whirl, shall we? Homebrew from Tom from UK, new to homebrew. Tom, I gotta tell you, man, you can make some good beer. Look at the nice texture and the 2-finger head on that SOB. Man. Now, it's actually a good thing that I'm shooting this the next day, because then I don't remember what the first one tasted like. You know, I don't have that palate thing going on where you get the contrast. I've got a clean palate. And not picking up too much from the nose, because there's a lot of head on that. Let's dive right in, see what we've got. Now this one has Now, from what I remember from yesterday's review, the one you just saw, it was a very clean, unobtrusive, slightly malty beer. Nicely carbonated and all that. Very clean. This is also very clean, but there's a different flavor in this. This guy has a more sort of a fruity side to it. Okay, ran out of memory on my card, so I had to go in my camera and delete a bunch of videos, which took me about 5 minutes to figure out what to delete. And so that's been sitting. So 5 minutes later, it still has a cap on it. You know, 5 minutes, what are you going to do? You can't keep head forever, right? I can't describe that flavor. It definitely has a little bit of almost a little bit of a sour note to it in the back. Not a bad thing. Just that's what I'm picking up. Let's top it up, okay? Because it did take me a while to get that memory card cleared off. It's a problem with these cameras. You film stuff and you forget to delete things and you run out of room, and all of a sudden it goes beep beep, tells you you're out of space. So very nicely carbonated, not sweet at all, very dry. Okay, very dry, and it's got a hint of kind of a sour flavor in the background. Again, not a bad thing. It's just it's different than the previous one. I'm not sure what this is supposed to taste like, but it's again a very clean beer, very non-obtrusive, very drinkable. Okay, just said the same thing about 3 times in 3 different ways, and it's good. It's good, and I prefer the first one, the one we did a few minutes ago. If I had to choose between the two, that one I prefer over this one. But it's a very nice beer. It's still very clean. I'd actually like to know what yeast he used with these, because it's a very clean, clean product. There's nothing. No weird overtones or off flavors or esters or anything like that. He must have done good temperature control. I'm actually quite pleased with both of his beers. So anyway, both good beers, and thank you to Tom, NewToHomebrew on YouTube. Check him out. He's got a little thing he does on YouTube, a little blog thing. He talks and stuff. It's very interesting. Tom, thank you so much for sending this all the way from the UK. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer. And listen, man, keep it up. Keep on brewing. You're brewing some good shit here. Awesome stuff. You're doing something right, and that's just from me to you. I'm going to play some records, have my last beer before I go to bed. And thanks for watching, guys. Cheers, 17, if you will. And cheers out.